Happy Friday, everyone. And Beth, thank goodness it's Fertility Friday. Great. So today I get to talk about one of my favorite topics with you. And this is called From Belly to Baby. Gut health affects fertility. Now, you think about your gut on a daily basis. I think about my gut a lot, but I'm just that way. I love my gut. And the reason I love my gut is because I know that my gut is responsible for so many aspects of my health, and that includes fertility too. So, topic. So, we all want to have healthy guts, like I said. What we eat, how we digest our food, assimilate that food, does it turn into nutrients to help our body? That is important for all of us, whether we're trying to conceive or not. Now, gut health, when I talk about gut health, what do I mean? I mean gut to the balance of the microorganisms, digestive system, and these particular microorganisms, this is what we're talking about when you hear me say it's all about the microbiome. That's one of my favorite phrases. And it really is. Researchers are now finding that there are links between the health of your microbiome and all sorts of major health issues, from mental health issues such as depression and anxiety to, obviously if you're having bloating or smelly gas or, some of those not so great things, or bloating, or you're having diarrhea, or on the other hand, you may be having constipation. And by the way, when I always ask everyone, are your bowels regular? And most people say, oh, yeah, they're absolutely regular. And then after, in my early days, I would just ask that and I would stop there. And now I say, well, what do you mean by regular? And people will say, well, I go I go to the bathroom regularly, like every other day regularly. And so now I've learned we really want to define it. Regular bowel movements are meant to occur after each meal. So at least twice a day, and certainly once a day. But the way our guts are designed is really to take in the food and to transform it into nutrients, and whatever is not needed, the waste, to eliminate it. And it should happen after each meal. So, okay, so going back to fertility. So in addition to these, we were talking about the microbiome. In addition to the microbiome, all the microbes that live in our gut, we want to have a balance of microbes. I always tell people, when we do a gut test and we look at the composition of their gut microbiome, we want to see, are there certain kind of microbes? Some of them are very important and very friendly to us and are very, very helpful to us. In fact, most of the microbes in our body are, and there are a few that are harmful. And some of them are helpful, but if they overgrow, they can be harmful to us. So we want to look at the balance. And this balance of the microbiome, or the microorganisms, also supports our immune health, and it also impacts our hormone levels. So our gut microbiome does help metabolize hormones like estrogen and progesterone, which are essential for having regular menstrual cycles, preparing the body for pregnancy in women, and also with the guys. I know you guys are like so important. Your microbiome helps to regulate your testosterone levels that are crucial for having healthy sperm, healthy swimmers, okay? Now, a healthy gut and that nice balance that we have will reduce inflammation in the body, including in our uterus, in our other reproductive organs, such as the ovaries, and the tubes that connect them, the fallopian tubes. So, look, Let me tell you this. If you are eating foods that, for whatever reason, are causing an inflammatory state, your your body's going to be inflamed, and it's going to be more difficult not only to get pregnant but to stay pregnant. We can custom tailor your food to be food that, number one, you can like it. When I give people recommendations, I don't want them to suffer. I want you to enjoy your food. Um, and I want the food to support vitality and to support, so we're going to choose anti-inflammatory foods that are specific for you. Because a food is healthy in general doesn't mean it's healthy for you. For example, years ago, I had an issue with lemons. Lemons are very healthy. They're a huge part of my diet, but for a while, I had an issue with them and I had to avoid them. I am able to eat them again and enjoy them again. I love lemons. Okay, so we want to make sure that your diet, first of all, is not causing inflammation. Secondly, there are other factors besides food which can affect the inflammatory levels in your gut. For example, living in a moldy home can also create the same conditions, that inflammation in your gut. Now, here's the thing, we're not going to talk about mold or specific foods in this particular presentation, but I did want to bring up and show you that it's not just about the food. Being exposed to the toxins that mold produces will create that inflammatory effect, and foods that you might normally be able to eat, you can't eat them now because you're in that toxic environment. Okay, so the other thing you want to know is that when the inflammation becomes, so whether you're exposed to mold or you eat a food which is not good for you, and it happens on the short term, then your body has a chance to heal. But when the exposure is continuous, or you continue to eat foods that are not good for you, then you're dealing with chronic inflammation, and that can definitely interfere with fertility for both men and women. Now, look, the health of the gut also impacts the health of your brain. They are intricately tied together, and they communicate through what we call the gut-brain axis. Stress and mood disorders can also disrupt this axis and thereby also impact fertility. So having a healthy brain means having a healthy gut. Having a healthy gut means having a healthy brain. Managing stress and supporting your gut health in turn through diet and through avoiding toxins, whether they be in a home or in a workplace or something you put on your skin that is toxic to you, can also impact that, your gut health. It's all, it's all tied together. It's like a big spider's web, right? And everything can impact the other. This is one of the reasons that I created a roadmap. I create a custom roadmap for my health participants because there are so many different things that it could be that are impacting your fertility or your ability to have a healthy child, that it's really important. I will say it's actually vital to have someone help you through your health journey. This is something I wish I would have had when I was going through my fertility journey. I was just trying everything and anything I could to get and stay pregnant. And if you know me, as you know, I was not successful. I tried a lot, I'll tell you that. So I don't want anybody out there who's listening to this to have to time out of your fertility journey. So please do reach out and get help, whether it's with me or with somebody else who's qualified to be your guide on your fertility journey. Okay, so I'm going to give you three. These are generalized. They are not specific or customized because I don't know you and your particular story and circumstances. But excuse me, these are three general recommendations for you, how you can support your gut health and your fertility. So the first one is diet that's rich in fiber, fruits, vegetables, and probiotic rich foods. Now, can't all be fruits, right? You do have to eat vegetables. I'm a person, I love my vegetables, and I know there's some of you guys and gals out there that don't love it. And I'm going to say that to me, I think the key for is how they're prepared. So we can, you know, one of the things I want to do with TGIFF is to start bringing on other people so we can have conversations about things like this. I'd love to bring on a whole food chef who can talk about the difference that it makes in knowing how to cook your vegetables, and then you actually look forward to eating them. The second one is to exercise regularly, but not too much. Too much exercise can actually wreck your gut as well. So we want regular, moderate level exercise, reduce inflammation, and support health. And number three is to manage your stress through techniques like breathing practices, meditation, yoga, anything that has you being mindful of your breath and be present. So to conclude, we've talked about a number of different things, but basically the bottom line is that your gut health is essential for your fertility, whether you're a gal or a guy. By nurturing our gut microbiome through healthy habits, you can enhance your chances of conceiving and having healthy children. All right, that's it for TGIFF for today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.